Oh, this is not what I was expecting. This is not what I was expecting at all. Oh man, this is not what I was expecting at all. So I decided to upgrade 2 comics in my collection, and I'm specifically talking about some amazing Spider-Man books. Now here's the thing. Upgrading comics has, up until this point, been mostly a theoretical thing for me. I've bought books and said I'm going to upgrade them and never actually do. I've honestly had books and sold those books saying that I was going to buy an upgraded copy, and I've in many cases failed to do that. But this time I was very purposeful, and we are going to unbox those books right now. Reggie here, your friendly neighborhood bodybuilder and comic book collector, and I want to welcome you to another one of my videos. If you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, I want to encourage you to do so, because our mission here is to help you make sense of comic book collecting. As I mentioned in that brief intro, I decided to upgrade some comics. And this is one of those things that a lot of collectors say that they're going to do, and I think many actually do follow through on those thoughts. I personally haven't been all that successful in doing it, to be honest with you. I am really of the opinion that I'm going to try to buy the best possible copy of a book that I can afford. And oftentimes what happens with me is that I do that and that I'm pretty happy with what I already have. And then there are other times where I have a book and I'm like, I could get a better grade, but then I get really cheap and decide not to do it. But this time I decided to actually take some meaningful action. I was taking a photo for Instagram and realized that I didn't necessarily like the grades of a couple of books, and I immediately took that photo, posted it up, went into the other room, and ordered 2 replacement books. And those books actually showed up. They are sitting right here, and we are going to unbox them in a second. But I first want to show you the 2 books that I actually had in the collection that I'm replacing right now. The first book is this one right here. It is Amazing Spider-Man 298, and this is a 9.4. I want to say that this is a book that I've actually had in the collection for quite some time. I honestly cannot remember, but it's a 9.4 with white pages. Cool book, but I wanted to do a little bit better than a 9.4. The second book that I'm going to be upgrading in is this one right here. This is Amazing Spider-Man 301. This is not a book that's been in the collection for a while. This is one that I picked up raw. It might have actually come out of the 100K collection, but it was a raw book. I did press this book. I remember pressing this book right here, and it came back 9.4 with white pages. But again, wanted to see if I could do a little bit better than this grade. So with that said, let's go ahead and open up some boxes and see what these books actually look like. So this first one actually came from, I don't know. I thought I knew who that came from. We're going to open this thing up and get a look at these books on the inside. And I was actually talking about these books in a recent live stream. What happened is, once upon a time, I actually had a 9.8 copy of Amazing Spider-Man 300. And I ended up basically giving that book away as a giveaway that was sponsored by someone. Ended up giving it away. And now I'm kind of sort of kicking myself that I did not keep the 9.8. I did it partly because I had a wonderful 9.6 that was signed by Todd McFarlane, one other creator, and also Stan Lee. And I actually had that one personally signed by Stan Lee. And it's actually a pretty good grade. And I had the 9.8, ended up getting rid of it, and again, kind of wish that I had not. So the first one that I just unboxed here is actually the 301. And I don't know how I feel about this one. It's not bad. It was actually for a really good price. But this is Amazing Spider-Man 301. Is a 9.6, but it actually has off-white to white pages. So not as good as the other copy that I have over there with white pages, but it is a slightly higher grade. So that's kind of a cool thing. Its wrap also isn't as spectacular as mine is. Maybe I'll just keep both. maybe that's what I'll end up doing. I don't know. All right, so let's open up this last one, and I guess there's really no surprise as to what this one is going to be. But let's see if we can get this thing open and get a good look at it. And if I can do it without actually cutting myself. Both of these books arrived fairly quickly. So I was definitely pleased with how fast the two sellers actually turned this around for me. So I'm a big fan of people that have a bias for action. So, gotta use some painter's tape. Can't go wrong with that, right? Can't go wrong with a little painter's tape. So we're gonna get this thing open. Definitely want to encourage you guys to stay tuned, because I have a little something extra that I want to show you guys. Oh, this is not what I was expecting. This is not what I was expecting at all. Oh man, this is not what I was expecting at all. Still a cool book though. I guess I'll go ahead and show it. I thought that it was the other Spider-Man book. I really did. Let's get this open. This is a cool book though. This is a cool book. This one right here, as I try to get all of the tape off, is the first appearance of Bishop. This is Uncanny X-Men 282. It is a 9.6 with white pages. And again, I thought that this was honestly the other book. This is a book that I have several copies of in the collection. I thought that I had a high grade copy, but I did not. So I decided to go ahead and purchase one. But this is definitely a cool book that takes me literally right back to my childhood, to be completely honest. And it does so because I was reading comics back in the 90s when this book dropped. And so definitely a cool book that I'm looking at. And it does not appear that this book was actually pressed. I am actually looking at a couple of either pressable defects or a little reversion on this book. I'm going to have to take a closer look at this one. Definitely something going on the spine though. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with this one. I need to take a closer look once I wrap up this video. But as I mentioned a few moments ago, I do have something a little special for you guys. I want to give you an opportunity to add a really cool comic to your collection, thanks to my friends over at Go Collect. And here is the giveaway book for this week. It is Batman Beyond Special Origin Issue. This is the first appearance of Terry McGinnis. This is the promotional book. Really cool book right here. I had been trying to find a copy of this book in the 100K collection. Could not find it. So I ended up buying a copy, and now we're going to give it away. 9.4 white pages. Really cool book right here. And this book could be yours. And so the phrase for this one is, I don't know what we want to do. Let's just do Batman Beyond. Let's just do the title. Batman Beyond is the phrase for this week. You have to go over to the community tab. Once there, you find the post where I'm talking about this book. You click a link, you go to MailChimp, you plug in 3 pieces of information. That is how you enter the giveaway. Entering comments on this video or on the community tab is not how you enter. You have to do it by clicking the link and going to MailChimp. The other thing is, please don't comment on this video that this is the giveaway. Don't say great giveaway book. We've had a lot of new people coming into the channel, and I've been seeing some of that, and so I want to make sure that we are all doing this thing the right way. So with that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you for taking the time to watch, even though it wasn't what we all expected it to be, which was the unboxing of 2 awesome, amazing Spider-Man keys. I think it was a fun video nevertheless. If you need to reach out to me, feel free to do so on Instagram at Regie Collects. Take care.